Let's begin with the latest updates coming in from Battleground Uttar Pradesh. The BJP going all out to woo the Jat vote. You had Amit Shah yesterday holding a meeting with several prominent Jat leaders. Today, he's going to be a part of a door-to-door campaign in constituencies like Mathura as well as Gautam Budh Nagar. The reason the Jat vote is so crucial to the BJP is because they constitute a large vote share of Western Uttar Pradesh and almost 136 seats. And the way it swings really banks on how far the BJP can vote the Jat voters.
Ahead of the high-stakes Uttar Pradesh polls, BJP's mega Jat outreach. Union Home Minister Amit Shah met over 100 Jat leaders from Western Uttar Pradesh at BJP MP Pravesh Verma's residence in Delhi. India Today has got the inside scoop on Amit Shah's meet with the Jat leaders. Sources say Amit Shah claimed the BJP wanted RLD's Jain Chaudhary with them. According to the sources, Amit Shah said the RLD chose the wrong alliance. Shah said the Jat community should resolve differences with BJP and urged them against choosing Akhilesh Yadav, whom he called an outsider. Sources say Shah referred to Ram Mandir construction, saying Jat fought Mughals and the BJP is also doing that. Amit Shah listed work done by government like one rank, one pension for soldiers and schemes for farmers. Reservation for Jats also figured in the talks.
कि हमारा आपका नाता तो 650 साल पुराना है. कैसे 650 साल? आप भी मुगलों से लड़े, हम भी लड़ रहे हैं. ये हमारा नाता है.
Shah urged Jats to once again rally behind the BJP as they did in 2014, 2017 and 2019.
अपने परिवार के आपसी मुद्दों को लेकर चर्चा हुई है यहाँ और फिर एक बार दोबारा से गृह मंत्री जी ने अपील की है कि सभी जाट समाज एकमुश्त होकर भारतीय जनता पार्टी को वोट दें।
हमने 17 में पूरा साथ दिया इनका, तो इस वजह से आज हमारा प्रोग्रेस बताई। हमारी तरफ से बहुत अच्छी बात रही, बहुत अच्छा आश्वासन दिया। हमें हमारे जाटों को जितना भी हमारा जाट हजारों की संख्या में था, तो सबने विश्वास जता दिया।
Interestingly, after the meet, BJP MP Pravesh Verma dropped hints of post-poll alliance with RLD if needed.
जैन चौधरी जी को लेकर जो उन्होंने बोला कि आगे बहुत सारी संभावनाएं हैं इलेक्शन के बाद, अभी तो उन्होंने क्योंकि एक घर चुन लिया है, इलेक्शन के बाद में बहुत सारी संभावनाएं होती हैं, तो यहाँ के लोग, सारे समाज के लोग जैन से बात करेंगे और पार्टी का दरवाजा हमेशा उनके लिए खुला है।
RLD chief Jain Chaudhary, who is fighting the election in an alliance with Samajwadi Party, was quick to hit back at the BJP. RLD chief took to Twitter, saying the BJP should invite families of those who died protesting the farm laws and not him. After repealing the farm laws, the BJP is working overtime to win back the trust of the Jat community. Amit Shah himself is on a mission in Western Uttar Pradesh. He is holding door-to-door campaigns in Mathura and Gautam Budh Nagar. Jats have a big say in 136 assembly constituencies of UP. In the 2017 assembly elections, the community voted heavily in favor of the Saffron Party. Bureau Report, India Today.
And in Battleground Punjab, Rahul Gandhi is back on the campaign trail after a brief break. Now Rahul is going to be visiting the Golden Temple, the Durgiana Mandir, as well as several other crucial such religious sites, with several candidates, with 117 candidates that the party will field in the upcoming elections. Besides that, Rahul Gandhi in his day-long tour is also going to be visiting Jalandhar. Here are the challenges that the Congress MP faces with regards to his party's prospects in Punjab.
The Congress is faced with the uphill task of retaining Punjab, one of the handful states where the party is in power. Weeks after cancelling a mega rally for a foreign trip, Rahul Gandhi is finally joining the campaign from Amritsar. Rahul, along with 117 candidates of the Congress, will visit the Golden Temple in a huge show of strength and a bid to woo Sikh voters. After the visit to the Sikh Holy Temple, Rahul, with 117 candidates in tow, will visit the Durgiana Mandir in the city. Congress also hopes to influence the Dalit votes by marking a visit to Bhagwan Valmiki Tirath Sthal. The party will hold a Navi Soch Nava Punjab virtual rally in Jalandhar, which Rahul will address. With polls less than a month away, Rahul's Punjab challenge is multi-pronged. A cold war has broken out between Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi and Punjab Congress Chief Navjot Singh Sidhu. The cracks are more apparent than ever before as factionalism festers within the state's Congress unit. High-profile exits and dissatisfied ticket seekers have raised questions over the Congress leadership. The party hopes Rahul's entrance in the battlefield will now force a peace deal between Sidhu and Channi. Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, a seat that everyone's going to be watching very, very carefully in Punjab is that of Amritsar East. It's where Navjot Singh Sidhu is contesting from. It's also where Bikram Singh Majithia is contesting from. They're arch rivals, and the Akalis have made it clear that they want to defeat Sidhu, which is why they've put up their strongest soldier in this fight for Amritsar East. Which way will it go? Here's a report on all the anticipation and the build-up over this constituency.
The stage is set for the biggest war of Sardars. The mother of all political battles is taking shape in Amritsar East. Bikram Singh Majithia is all set to take on arch rival Navjot Singh Sidhu.
कांग्रेस पार्टी चन्नी सरकार ने खास करके नवजोत सिंह सिद्धू जिन्हें बिक्रम सिंह मजीठिया के खिलाफ झूठा केस किया, एक गुरसिख परिवार ते एक ड्रग्स का झूठा इल्जाम लाया। सारे वर्कर इतने बैठे हैं ते बिक्रम सिंह मजीठिया Navjot Singh Sidhu ਦੀ ਜ਼ਮਾਨਤ ਜ਼ਬਤ ਕਰਾਊਗਾ।
Sidhu has a long-running feud with Majithia from his days in the BJP. The cricketer turned politician has consistently targeted the Akali Dal leader over alleged links to drug mafia.
Drugs ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਮਾਈਨਿੰਗ ਦਾ ਕਨੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਲਿਖਿਆ, ਇਹਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਲਿਖਿਆ, ਇਹ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਦਾ। ਦੂਜੀ ਗੱਲ, तेलंगाना एक हफ्ते ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 50 ਕਰੋੜ ਰੁਪਏ ਕਮਾਉਂਦਾ ਮੈਡਮ, ਤੇ ਅਕਾਲੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ 10 ਸਾਲ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਹਰ ਸਾਲ 40 ਕਰੋੜ ਰੁਪਏ ਇੱਕ ਸਾਲ ਦੇ। ਇਹ ਕਰਪਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ।
ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦਾ ਕਿ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਦਾ C is for Congress, C is for Channi and C is for corruption. 3 C's ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਾਰੀ Politics, Rajniti nirpar hoke reh gayi.
Booked under the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act last month, following pressure from Sidhu, Majithia has been trying to secure an anticipatory bail from the court.
लोग बहुत सियाने हो गए हैं, लोगों की डिसीजन है, सादा काम हैगा सी काम करना, वर्क करना, वोट करना लोगों का काम है। सो ये लोग डिसाइड करेंगे कि उन्होंने कौन चाहिए। उन्होंने को हजे अपनी बेल ता ले लो, जेल चो इलेक्शन लड़न की सलाह है तां भी ठीक है, कोई गल नहीं, जेल च बैठे भी लड़ लेंगे।
The fight, however, might not be as easy as Sidhu pictures. Majithia, for one, is a 3-time MLA. Strategically speaking, the high-profile clash between Majithia and Sidhu brings Akalis back in the picture in the Majha region, where 22 out of the 25 seats were swept by Captain in 2017. On the other hand, Amritsar East is known as the Sidhu couple's bastion. Sidhu polled 60,477 votes in 2017, which was over 60% of the total votes. Akali BJP combines Rakesh Kumar Honey was able to get only 17,668 votes, which added to 17.7% of total votes, while Aam Aadmi Party just got 14.8%. Meanwhile, the Aam Aadmi Party, a big contender in the Punjab race, has alleged a deal between CM Channi and the Akali Dal. Aam Aadmi Party MP Raghav Chadha in a tweet said that Akalis pitted Majithia against Sidhu at Channi's behest. The Aam Aadmi Party leader claimed Majithia was returning the favour as Channi did not arrest him initially. The big threat for Sidhu is dissidence. The factional feud in Congress can punch holes in the party's vote bank. The former cricketer will be aware the match is far from over. Bureau Report, India Today.
The infighting within the Congress is back in focus this time because of the fact the veteran leader of the party, Ghulam Nabi Azad, was named in the list of Padma awardees. Now you'd expect that the Congress party would rejoice and hail Ghulam Nabi Azad. Instead, what broke out really is an all-out social media fight, with some Congress leaders taking a jibe at Ghulam Nabi Azad, saying he should reject the award.
Politics over Padma. And this year, this man who featured on the list of Padma Bhushan awardees is at the centre of it. Ghulam Nabi Azad, a man Prime Minister Modi called a true friend during an emotional farewell speech in the Rajya Sabha in February 2021.
Barefoot थे, लेकिन उसे कैसे पचाना, वैसी चिंता।
The award announcement was met with instant controversy, with several rumours, clarifications and jibes flying thick and fast. The biggest speculation of them is Congress staring at yet another exit. Soon after, veteran Congress leader Ghulam Nabi Azad, who was part of the rebel G23 leaders group, was conferred the Padma Bhushan, the third highest civilian award on the eve of the Republic Day. Rumours began doing the rounds that the senior leader had removed traces of his affiliation with the Congress from his Twitter bio. Dubbing the reports mischievous, Ghulam Nabi Azad clarified that he has not made any changes to his Twitter profile and that it was nothing but mischievous propaganda to create confusion. What fueled speculation further was, not all in his party seemed happy with his award honour. Colleague Jairam Ramesh posted a cryptic tweet that seemed to take a jibe at Ghulam Nabi Azad. Jairam Ramesh posted a tweet supporting not Azad but another Padma awardee, Buddhadev Bhattacharjee, and lauded his decision to reject the award. He tweeted Bhattacharjee's move was the right thing to do, as the former Bengal CM chose to be Azad and not Ghulam. A direct dig at his colleague, who didn't seem to have any qualms accepting the honour given by the Modi government. While most in Congress chose to stay silent, only a few like Shashi Tharoor congratulated Azad. The wishes from other parties poured in.
I think it's a very good gesture. He has served nation very well up to this time, and I'm sure he'll continue to serve the nation in the best interests of the nation. We are very happy that he has been bestowed with this award, and I wish him all the best for future also.
Kapil Sibal, another member of the G23, went a step further and slammed Congress for sidelining Azad. The BJP jumped in and accused the Gandhi Parivar of sidelining their party stalwarts.
The insecurities of the Gandhi family has a habit and a standard operating procedure of undermining, insulting and sidelining all those stalwart leaders who have some presence in the state. Whether it is Ghulam Nabi Azad, whether it was Himanta Biswa Sarma or many other leaders who were forced to leave the Congress party because of the humiliation done to them.
There have been several instances that have time and again indicated Azad's disappointment in the Congress and the urgent need for change in the party. Azad, who has held key positions in the Grand Old Party for over 4 decades, had said that unlike in the past, there is no room for criticism in Congress today. The Kashmiri leader was most visibly upset about Congress's failure to put up a significant resistance to Modi government's decision to scrap Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir.
Congress's lukewarm response to Azad's honour is the latest in a troubled relationship between the party high command and one of the most trusted lieutenants for decades, till he openly rebelled over the state of affairs in the Grand Old Party. With video journalist Ankit, this is Mosmi Singh in Delhi for India Today.
Let's move on to some other stories that we've been watching and tracking very closely through the day. In Delhi, we've seen COVID cases declining gradually, and that's why there is now a discussion on relaxing some of the curbs that are in place. The Delhi Disaster Management Authority will be holding a meeting today on that front to decide on lifting curbs in the city. The DDMA meeting will be chaired by Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal. It's scheduled to happen at 12:30 p.m. Now, the outcome of this meeting will decide if night curfew and weekend curfew will be lifted, and importantly, if schools will be reopened in the capital. Traders in many parts of the city are protesting against the restrictions. Stating losses, traders are demanding that the curfew end. They've requested authorities to take a decision on opening markets on a regular basis to ensure that there are no more heavy losses. Dine-in facility and seating capacity with 50% in restaurants is going to be proposed in this meeting. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia has backed the demand to resume physical classes in schools. He met a delegation of parents yesterday, and Sisodia has said that a generation of children will be left behind if schools are not opened. Now, the reason all of this talk is happening is because cases have come down in the national capital. Delhi recorded 7,498 new COVID cases and 29 deaths in the last 24 hours. The positivity rate right now is at around 11%. Let's also get you the latest updates to a story that we've been tracking very closely here on India Today. The actor assault case in Kerala and the trial of the same. Remember that one of the accused is popular Malayalam actor Dileep, and he remains brazen. He's refusing to hand over his old phone to investigative agencies. The Kerala High Court will hear actor Dileep's bail plea today, urging the court to investigate the conspiracy between the probe officer and director Balachandra Kumar, who recently, in fact, put out evidence against Dileep. The actor has said that he will not hand over his old phone to the police. He cited a Supreme Court verdict that investigating officers can't ask accused to submit any documents. Dileep is alleged that false stories will be cooked up based on what's present in the phone if he submits it. As of now, the current phone of Dileep has been handed over for a forensic test. The phone used during the period of director Balachandra Kumar's allegations is with the courts. Welcome back. The Indian team for the T20 and ODIs for the upcoming series against West Indies has been announced, and Rohit Sharma is back to lead the team in both formats after clearing the fitness test. The selectors announced an 18-member squad for the upcoming ODI and T20 series against West Indies. Ravi Bishnoi earns a maiden call-up in both the T20 and ODI squad. Meanwhile, Kuldeep Yadav makes a return to the Indian ODI squad after 7 months. Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Shami are rested from the series against West Indies. Ravichandran Ashwin has also missed a call for both ODI and T20. Deepak Hooda has turned out to be a surprise pick in the ODI squad. Team India is set to play 3 ODIs starting from 6th February, followed by the T20 series from the 16th.
Exceptional catch from Shikhar Dhawan. He's always been a good catcher.